Top 20 Student Ambassador Interview Questions and Answers. All the institutes have faculty members and students, but the one who connects these two in a more approachable way is known to be the student ambassador. Students, either old or the future ones, look forward to the student ambassador. Student ambassadors must be punctual, positive, and with great communication skills. Future students and their families are guided by the student ambassador throughout the admissions process. If you have great communication skills, professionalism, and a positive, friendly attitude towards other students and your institution, then you must go for being the student ambassador. Here are some top 20 interview questions and answers that will help you for the student ambassador interview. 1. Why are you interested in this role? This is the most common question an interviewer asks to know the reason behind applying for the student ambassador. Before answering this question, keep in mind that you must build a connection with your institute and show them how important the institute is for you. Moreover, highlight how you are going to make things better for the reputation of the institute. Sample answer. I am interested in this role because I have a wonderful experience in this institute and I have all the required skills and information to fulfill this role. I know how important a student ambassador can be for the reputation and goodwill of the institute, and it's my duty to represent this institute properly. I have been part of different events and projects of this institute, and I believe that this role will help me to achieve my future goals as well. Moreover, I have great communication skills and a friendly attitude with strangers as well, so I can easily make the prospective students feel comfortable to know more and better about the institute. 2. What are the roles of a student ambassador? Interviewers ask this question to know about your basic knowledge about the role of the student ambassador. The more you know, the more they consider you as a good candidate. If you know the roles of a student ambassador, this will help you to perform your duty efficiently, effectively, and professionally. Sample answer. The student ambassador is the face of the institute for the prospective students and their families. The role of the student ambassadors is to help educate the prospective students about the traditions, history, achievements of the institute and campus life. The student ambassador should be always welcoming and helping to all the visitors. The student ambassador guides them throughout the admissions process and supports the student life and leadership department. Their role involves maintaining a positive attitude towards the future student and their institute and act as a link between the faculty and prospective students. 3. What are the qualities that a student ambassador needs to be successful? The interviewers ask this question to know about your knowledge and interest in this role. This shows your interests and your seriousness about this role, whether you will continue this role for a long period of time or not. To answer this, you must know about all the qualities of successful student ambassadors and how they use those qualities to perform their roles. Sample answer. To be a successful ambassador, you have to be professional and punctual to perform your duty well. It is important to have excellent and positive communication and interpersonal skills to make people comfortable around you. Flexibility, reliability, and confidence with a willingness to learn are important qualities too to be a successful student ambassador. Moreover, being social, enthusiastic, and proactive adds more value to the qualities of a successful student ambassador. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you manage them? The aim of this question is to know about your experience and struggles while performing your role. It identifies your problem-solving skills and how positively you handle unpleasant situations. To answer this question, you must mention your real-life experience, and it's better to tell the interviewer how you manage the problem. Sample answer. Being an ambassador, you have to provide tours to the prospective students and their families. One of the major challenges for me was giving tours to rude people, as some people do not know how to communicate. Staying polite and positive with those people is not an easy job, but being a student ambassador, it is important to be professional and good with words. I have learned to be more patient with these kinds of people during my previous role and have developed an attitude that there is always a reason that people act rude. So, this attitude helps me to stay calm and positive with rude and mean people. 5. Describe your daily routines as a student ambassador. It is believed that the more you know about your duty, the more you will perform well. The interviewer asks this question to know your awareness of the daily routines and how you will manage it in the future efficiently and effectively. It is better to know about the daily routines of the position you apply for. Sample answer. As a student ambassador, it is important to be punctual and professional all the time. The daily routine of student ambassadors includes attending the classes of their programs and assisting the management in different tasks occasionally. It also involves guiding the visitors and giving them a tour of the campus, providing them information necessary about the institute. At last but not the least, attending and participating in different events of the institute. 6. Describe briefly about your experience. This question provides a brief idea about your experience and how that experience will help you in the future roles. It is important to stay positive and answer the question productively by telling them what you learned and how this will help you in the future. Sample answer. My experience has taught me to be more patient and communicative. I believe communication is a quality that does not have a limit and there is always room to fill in. I have learned to be more flexible with people and make them comfortable. Moreover, I have learned to work in a team and as a leader as well. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Being a student ambassador, you have to deal with a number of different people and different issues frequently. The interviewer asks this question to analyze your strategies and mindset required for this role. It is important to have the same mindset as required for the current role. Sample answer. To be a student ambassador, it is important to have a positive and proactive attitude with a lot of patience. You have to deal with different people, so it is important to have respect for diversity, knowledge of the institute and excellent communication skills. Professionalism, leadership skills and mindset of taking initiative add more values to the student ambassador role. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? The interviewer asks this question to know about your dreads and situations you foresee as troubling. Everybody has some fears, but the best way to answer this question is by staying positive with the solutions of your fears. Sample answer. The biggest challenge as a student ambassador is to deal with the mean and rude people. Being professional and polite all the time is not an easy thing. No matter how polite and good a communicator you are, people still act rude, and sometimes it feels like you will lose your patience. I have developed, and am still working on building a mindset that everyone has some issues in their life. That's why some people act mean, and being rude to rude people will never solve the problem. So, politeness is the best reply. 9. How do you stay motivated in your work? It is important to stay motivated while performing your role as a student ambassador, otherwise you cannot motivate and attract the future students to enroll in your institute. The interviewer's purpose to ask this question is to know about your efficiency and effectiveness while performing your role. Sample answer. I believe that, if you choose a job that you love, then you don't need any other reason to stay motivated in your work. I feel great while helping and guiding the visitors throughout the admissions process and telling them about the institute. Attending and participating in the events add more value to my personality, mindset and improves my communication skills. 10. Describe a time when you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. Everybody makes mistakes, but it is important to learn from your mistakes and never repeat those mistakes. This is a problematic and tricky question. You should be careful while answering this kind of question. You have to describe what you learned from that mistake. Moreover, take responsibility for your mistake as it gives a positive impression. Sample answer. Being a student ambassador, you have to be flexible and respect diversity. In the beginning as a student ambassador, I had to deal with a prospective student and his family who were not very comfortable with my language. They had some problems understanding me, and I could not provide them the necessary information they needed. I believe that was my failure, and after that I tried to learn the basics of different languages and try to make a bond with them so that people can feel comfortable. 11. Why do you feel that you are the most suited for this role? At this point you have to present yourself as the best choice for the current role. You have to be confident and must have faith in your skills that make you the most suited candidate for the current role. The interviewer must feel that you are all in one that the institute is looking for. Sample answer. I have strong communication skills with a positive attitude of helping and guiding people. I have a wonderful experience in this institute and know a lot about it and feel great in sharing it with other people. I am punctual, professional, and flexible and have performed this role successfully in the past as well. I like to take initiatives and participate in different events of the institute. Most importantly, I consider this institute as my home and feel proud to encourage students to join this institute. 12. Share with us your greatest achievement. This question involves your real-life experience. The interviewer might ask for the detailed story as well. It is better to be prepared about his question and narrate your real experience which involves some achievements. Sample answer. As a student ambassador, if you satisfy the visitors or help the students to decide their profession and institution is also an achievement. One of the greatest achievements for me was a successful charity work event that included a range of fun and awareness organized by our institute and managed by all the student ambassadors. This included topics like anti-bullying, mental health and internet safety. 13. How has this institute shaped you as a person? This is one of the tricky questions that interviewers ask to know how the institute has shaped your personality. To answer these types of questions, make sure that you answer it honestly and give your personal experience as a student in that institute. It is a way to know about the environment of the institute and how it affects the life and personality of the student. Sample answer. This institute has not only changed my outlook about discipline and teamwork, but it has also allowed me to develop a positive attitude and leadership skills. I have learned a lot from some great professors and have been a part of different teams that developed my perspective personally and academically. 14. What do you think about teamwork? Teamwork is very important for any role and position. The purpose of this question is to know your opinion about teamwork. Failure in teamwork leads to failure of the institute. Sample answer. I believe that teamwork is the basic need of an institute. One should know when to lead the team and when to work with the team. It is important to know the importance of teamwork and help each other within the team. 15. Do you like being around people? Student ambassador means you have to deal with different people and attend different events and workshops. If you are not comfortable being around people, you cannot perform your role as a student ambassador. Sample answer. I enjoy helping and meeting new people and feel very comfortable around different people. Due to this reason I have good communication skills to interact with them and make them comfortable too. I like to attend and participate in different workshops and events, and this makes me feel great to know more and more about different people. 16. Do you know about student ambassador time commitments? This question is to evaluate how much you know about the responsibilities and time commitments of a student ambassador so you don't miss things in the future. Before applying for a student ambassador, keep in mind that there will be time commitments that you must follow. Sample answer. Yes, I know that there are few time commitments that a student ambassador has to follow, which include mandatory weekly meetings on a specific day of the week and training sessions throughout the year. Moreover, it is important to work a full academic year. 17. What is the most important lesson you have learned as a student ambassador? To answer this question you must highlight the positive knowledge and skills you achieved being a student ambassador. This question focuses on your skills you must need to fit in this role. Sample answer. The most important lesson I have learned as a student ambassador is being patient. You have to deal with a number of people with different attitudes. Some are nice, some are mean, but to handle any kind person is to be patient with them. This solves a lot of complications, and the rude person at the end cools down, and the situation gets under control. 18. What is your weakness? Answering this question is not an easy task. Nobody feels comfortable answering this question. The best way to answer this question is in such a way that your weakness becomes your strength for that specific role. Sample answer. I believe that no matter how strong my communication is, there is room to make it better. So, my main focus is always improving my communication skills. 19. What is your work style? When an interviewer asks you this kind of question, it means he might be imagining you in that role. It includes how you will work and manage things. And most importantly, will you be a fit in the current working environment? You may answer it by referring to your communication skills and flexibility. Sample answer. I like to work by making people comfortable with me. I have a friendly and approachable attitude due to which mostly people feel comfortable, and in that way I perform my role well. I always try to communicate with people in which they feel easy, and this allows them to ask more questions related to the institute and their programs. 20. What you can bring to the company. Most of the interviewers ask this question to understand what challenges and problems they are facing as an institute and how you will fill the gap. It is important to know the job description to relate your answer with that. Sample answer. I have a great experience in this institute, and I believe that I can explain and guide people in a better way than the others. Moreover, there is a need to involve more students towards developing their leadership skills and career building, and I would like to take this initiative. Conclusion. Being a student ambassador adds value to your resume and creates new opportunities. This motivates you to learn and adopt new skills that help you to grow professionally and personally. If you like to be around people and have knowledge about your institute, then student ambassador is the position you are looking for.